Raindrops, we are back. Alexis, Jansen, and I are here to recap this explosive episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So far, Alexis, this episode was my favorite of the season.
It was a definite 10 out of 10. I thought last episode was, but I think this was a 10 out of 10. And if you watched the trailer, did you watch the trailer for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
Oh boy, a seatbelt won't even buckle you in, honey, for what's about to happen. It ain't gonna work. Oh my God.
Listen, it's about damn time. So that's why I'm so thrilled to talk about this episode. So listen here, Raindrop, disclaimer. I have some very passionate comments about what
Oh
I
boy.
saw in this episode. So make sure you guys listen to it in its entirety. But first thing first, Alexis, let's get into how it opened up. I enjoyed this sort of like super dramatic montage of the history between Dorit and Kyle, like the good old days. Dorit looked different.
Oh my
Which
gosh. Well, we have to take one moment for that. We're talking, Carlos, not just different. We're talking like I had never watched it before that to know what she was before. But this isn't a GPL-1 or whatever that peptide is that everyone's taken. This is like I want her doctor because I could do a couple things too. Like she looks good. But I mean, I just didn't know she looked like that before.
no, first of all, Alexis, you look fine. You got your little hair up in a mid pony. You look
Yeah,
good. You don't need
Instagram
anything
photo
done.
day.
You're fine. You're fine. But no, Alexis, we need to have a moment of silence for Dorit's old look. I could not recognize her. I said, oh, because again, I've been watching it since day one, and I was like, that is how she used to look. What the fuck?
I
She
can't
looked
believe
good either
I
way.
know. I know. I agree. I agree. We're not, I mean, in my opinion, I'm not cutting on her saying what she had looked like before. I'm just saying it is a massive a change, massive change. And I can't believe Andy Cohen, because I Watch What Happens After, didn't make a comment about that or put up the old Dorit with the new Dorit. Because you know how Andy loves to do that. Andy loves to poke fun in a kind of a fun way. But I just was like, I can't, yeah, I was shocked. So it brought, anyways, we were talking about going down memory lane of their relationship, and they really do have a long time friendship. Like, that's why it makes me so sad, Carlos, that they're
I don't care anymore. I don't care. I
after,
I
oh, wow.
I after this episode, I don't care anymore about whether or not Kyle and Dorit will become friends. I take me out the group chat, delete me, okay? I I don't care because Dorit showed her ass in this episode, and I, Carlos King the First, would like to start this episode by calling it the vindication of Kyle and Mauricio.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm here for that. So put me on that text chain. Um, But this is the thing, Carlos. So okay, I hate to talk about Watch What Happens Live, but Reza, okay,
No,
was
tell
on
me.
Watch What Happens Live. You've got to hear this stuff. Okay. And Andy Cohen asked Reza, what do you think about the he didn't say friendship between or what do you think is the reason for the beef between Dorit and Kyle? And Reza had such, I was like, I can't wait to ask Carlos, has such an interesting view on what's really happening. He says he thinks it's because Kyle's the top dog and Dorit won't take second seat, so Dorit's coming for the jugular. I don't agree with that. I personally, Alexis Jansen, do not agree with that, but that is Reza's take on it. And I'm like, I want to hear what you have to say, but I think I know what it is after watching this episode also. But what do you think about it's the fact that Kyle's the top dog now that Lisa Vanderpump's gone? These are Reza's words. Reza, I love you. Hi, if you're listening. But he's from Persian Valley Persian style, by the way. If old
Yeah,
Shahs of Sunset, if anybody cares to know who I'm talking about. But anyway,
yeah.
uh, he said when Lisa Vanderpump left, Kyle then took first seat. She's now queen bee, and Dorit doesn't want to take second seat, so Dorit's just going for Kyle and has a is rubbing it, Kyle's rubbing Dorit wrong. So what do you think? You're thinking about it.
Okay,
Oh,
so All right. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to address Riza's comment, and then after that, you and I are going to recap the scene, and then I want you and I to share our theory.
Or
Okay.
yes, yes, yes. Okay,
Okay.
love it.
Okay. Okay. So I actually did see that clip. It went viral on social media of what
Of
Reza
Reza?
said. Yeah. So
Okay.
I did see it. So um, I'll start by saying this. He is correct when it comes to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills being Kyle Richards' show. She is the queen of the show. And look, I would like to ask you this though. I'll get back to the comment he made, but I want to ask you this as a former housewife of OC, where you were on the same show as Vicky Gunvalson and Tamara Judge.
Mhm.
Is it safe to say that as a former housewife, how many seasons did you do, Alexis?
4.5 if you count my friend role, I count that as a half role. It's not a real role, but like 4.5. So
Okay.
I've been on the show 5 different years.
Is it safe to say that even on OC, with your experience, that there is a top dog on these shows? And OC during your tenure, I will argue to say it was Vicky Gunvalson.
Yeah, and I was on when I was on for the 4 years, season 5 through 8. Vicky and Tamara were both on the whole time with me, so they were both on. It is safe to say I would definitely give that crown to Vicky for those 4 seasons. However, now that Vicky's back and they're filming right now, Tamara's the top dog. So sorry, she's been on 16 years or 17 years now. And Tamara is the top. I believe we'll see when it airs, right? And I'm not saying it because I like Tamara more than Vicky because I love them both. I'm just saying I'm I'm just saying we're supposed to be talking Beverly Hills and we're talking OC. I think that it's going to be Tamara the top dog
Okay.
when they're back on together. We'll see. I could
We'll
be wrong.
see.
I've been wrong
We'll
before.
see.
Okay.
I can't wait. Okay, now with that being said, Reza's
Yeah.
right when it comes to Kyle being a top dog. I disagree with Reza in terms of that's the reason why they have this continuous beef is because Dorit won't back down to Kyle. I don't think that's it. Um, After this episode, I am Team Kyle. I'm Team Mauricio, and I stand on that. So let's get right into it. Um, Mauricio and Dorit decided to finally have their sit down. Per Dorit's instructions, she wanted to do it per her invite to Mauricio. And in this conversation, pretty much Dorit is trying to explain to Mauricio that PK pretty much isn't a good father. You
Mhm.
know, she talks about how PK wants um he wants to do mediation to see his kids. And Mauricio was like, no, he wants a schedule to see them. And Mauricio was saying, I've seen the text, Dorit. I've seen you guys' entire text exchange where he is trying to see his kids. And Dorit's like, well, there's a whole story that he's omitting. And it's like, Dorit, there isn't whole text messages that he's omitting.
Right.
So what Mauricio was seeing are the receipts, and I felt that Mauricio did a fantastic job at being on the side of what he's seen. He said, "I'm not taking sides."
Right.
I have seen the text messages, and I'm telling you guys right now, Dorit is a liar. Dorit is
Wow.
Dorit
Bold. You're being
Dorit
bold.
is lying. She's lying. And I'm gonna tell you the moment I said, Dorit, you're a liar. When she took out her phone and said, well, I'll read to you what I said. No, 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 sister. How about you show him the
Right.
text so that
Right.
he
Take
can
my phone
compare?
and say, look, I don't have it.
Yeah. So the fact that you took off your iPhone on your Verizon bill that's under PK's name and you decided,
Okay. Carlos, you just lost one of the housewives that are going to like you. Sorry, Dorit. I know Carlos is going in for the jugular today, but
No,
she's not
no.
DMing you anytime soon.
No, listen, listen. I happen to be a fan of Dorit. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I love Dorit. I think she's great for the show. But I call these like I said, Dorit, you're a liar. Because if you were a woman telling the truth, you would have took off your phone, given it to Mauricio and said, "So did he show you all of this? Because this is what I'm talking about.
You
Let's see
know,
it."
I thought that exact same thing, 1,000,000%. I wasn't going to go as far to call her a liar. I just think that go ahead, keep going because we're going to get to our take on everything.
No, so my thing is this. Dorit, this is what Dorit is doing. Dorit is trying to have a smear campaign against PK. I don't know the inner workings of their marriage. I don't know the inner workings of their situation. I know that when two people are going through a divorce, it does get messy. And it unfortunately it does get nasty. And I think Dorit is in a place from what I'm seeing and being somebody who has done Housewives for 10 years and other reality shows and follow divorce, Dorit is not in a happy place, and I understand it. I'm not saying she should be in a happy place. No woman or man or they should be happy going through a divorce. So I get it. I get it. However, she has this insane disdain for PK. And Dorit, I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to take it back. Hey, Dr. Hemley, you lost me again when you weaponized PK's alcoholism, whether he's a alcoholic or not. When you were losing the when you Dorit were losing the battle of your argument with Mauricio, who had the ability to challenge you, and you were losing the fight, you reached down in your borrowed Chanel purse and took out a dig against your husband, saying, "Well, do you know he's back drinking again?" And I thought to myself, you are dangerous. That's a very dangerous thing to mention when somebody is dealing with something so serious. And he already told you how he did not like the fact that you told everybody last season that he was an alcoholic. So for you to do it again against your lost battle with Mauricio, you have lost me.
Not only that, Carlos, you're right, but think about this. There was another time, and I can't think of it. Maybe it'll come to me as I'm talking to you, but in one of her confessionals, that she even did another low blow on him. And it wasn't about the schedule. Oh, it was about, the other dig about, oh, but he showed up 2 hours later than he's supposed to show up. It's like PK can't win. And it is a smear campaign because it is like every single time she brings up his name, it's got to be something negative that follows it. But going towards about the Mauricio and Dorit conversation, she absolutely lost. You are 100% right. She should have shown her phone to Mauricio, and the cameras would have caught it and seen. And you know why she couldn't is because she knows on there's PK asking to see his kids. Mauricio's not going to lie about what he saw on PK's phone, and PK can't fake texts. He can't go back 3 months and say, "See, look at what 3 months ago what I was saying," and fake it. There's no way that he could be, because Dorit's argument was, well, he's not showing you everything. You don't know everything, and he likes to cut and paste certain parts of the story. There's no cutting and pasting when a dad's saying, "I want to see my kids. Can we get on a schedule?" That's what else is there? How did he cut and paste anything? So yeah, Dorit has not lost me. This is what I was going to say about like Reza's whole, now going back to Reza's whole take on it,
Yeah.
between Dorit and Kyle. This also goes towards Dorit and PK. Dorit is going to look back on this season and she is going to see how much hate and anger she has in herself and how it's spewing out in so many other directions this season than it should be. She's just mad at life, and she's in the worst part of the divorce. I've said this before. And she's going through all these emotions, happens to be on national television, but she's taking it out on PK and she's taking it out on Kyle, which are two of the people that were the closest to her. I don't think
Mhm.
a situation and Dorit's situation would be as bad if Dorit wasn't so mad at the world. Like she's just not in a good place.
She's not. She's not. And again, going back to me just asking you, you are a woman, twice divorced. You can speak to, right? Obviously, divorce isn't pretty. But what I'm confused about with Dorit, and I said this before, my raindrops know I've said for seasons that PK does resent Dorit. And when Dorit said that um, PK said he's not going to be Ken Todd, which is Lisa Vanderpump's husband,
Right.
and and carry the dogs walking behind Dorit the way Ken Todd does Lisa Vanderpump. I believe that. I 1000% believe that. I 1000% believe that there is this resentment that he has, and I've said this before, Alexis. He invested so much money in Dorit's brand, and Dorit did nothing with it. Um, PK loves the spotlight, but guess what? So does Mauricio. So does Ken Todd. Like it's not the end of the world for a
Right.
husband to enjoy the spotlight. They all do. So
Right.
that to me isn't a dig. Like at the end of the day, Dorit, you would not be on the show if it wasn't for PK encouraging you while you guys were in Paris. You didn't want to do it. He encouraged it. He said, no, this will be good for you. It'll be good for us. You did the interview. He helped you along the way. He was your manager. And now you are reaping the benefits. But for you to be so nasty when it comes to embellishing PK's relationship with his children, because now I'm questioning that whole Florida story
Right.
about him and your parents wanting to see the kids. I question everything Dorit
Right.
does, like I question the amount of clothes she has in her closet that belongs to her.
Wow. And by the way, Carlos, I don't think it makes an awesome husband just because he carries your little fur dog behind your back, and follows you around. Like that is not the definition of a good husband. Like that, like for PK to go, I'm not going to be the guy. It's like who cares? I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want John to carry my dog behind and follow me everywhere. Like I want him to lead the way. Like I'll follow you, honey. But so yeah, but Dorit is she is kind of sinking herself into a hole. And when you see the flash forward for what's coming this season, and one of the last scenes they showed, it was Erica Jane sitting across the table from Dorit, and she goes, "We're all sick of it. How about that?" And I think it's because Dorit keeps bashing PK all season. Poor PK has no voice for himself. Andy Cohen,
Yeah.
please, if you listen to this, please give him a chance on Watch What Happens Live to speak his mind and be one of your guests. Like literally, PK, it sucks.
And PK, I am giving you an invite to come and talk to
Oh, there
Alexis
we
Ganson
go.
and
That's
I.
even better. That's even better. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Air and have your son.
Spencer, Lizzie, make it happen. Continue.
Yeah. So yeah, and it is frustrating, and I was frustrated by the end of the episode about how many digs you could count. I think there's three total ones because first she was still lying about how he had never asked to see the kids, where Mauricio cleared that one up. Then she cracks on his drinking again, and then she cracks on him for not picking up the kids in time. I'm like she's really out for blood with him.
Yes, and my advice to you, Dorit, is this. I'm aware that the marriage did not turn out the way you wanted to, right? And I am for every woman processing divorce and what that looks like. What I'm saying to you is you are losing this battle because dealing with alcoholism, right, is not something you just throw up when someone isn't around to defend themselves. And the fact that he's still your husband and he's the father of your children.
Right.
I have yet to hear PK say anything nasty about Dorit publicly. I have yet to hear it. Him kissing a woman is not him saying anything disparaging about you.
Right.
You are using the number one Real Housewives show on this network to bash the man who's the father of your kids. And it's sad because at the end of the day, talk about what you have yet, and this is true tea. Dorit has yet to explain to her devoted audience what happened in y'all marriage between the two of y'all to where it's like this. All we hear is he's a bad father and an alcoholic. We have yet to hear things like, hey, he wasn't supportive of me during this moment. We don't have any.
Controlling. He hurt me. He was emotionally abusive. Like anything. Like she has not given anything. You're right.
No,
Yeah.
no, she hasn't done nothing. One thing PK, I think he has said, oh, I heard. So if he didn't say this publicly, I'll just say allegedly. One thing allegedly that I think PK said is the show changed Dorit, that he felt the show changed her, which again, that's not the worst thing to say. You
Right.
know, he's not saying anything, Dorit, about you where he's he's disrespecting something that you're battling. And you're going to lose a lot of people on your side because throwing up someone's alcoholism that's real for the sake of a sport is a very dangerous game. And I don't want to watch that on my television screen.
Right. Well, and I think it's one more thing that adds to why she's going to lose people because people are getting so sick of hearing how bad of a person PK is and he has no voice. I think at the end of the day, and he is the father of our children, and the children are going to be able to watch this at some point. Like my kids didn't watch it when I was airing or filming back then because it was, they did watch it on the season 18. God forbid that. I should have told them not to, but they're adults now. But they are going to watch it, and no kid is going to be happy with the mom or the dad bashing the other parent. They're just not. No matter what, even if they're mad at the parent, it's kind of like I can talk about my mama, but you can't. It's like those kids are
Mhm.
gonna be like, don't talk about my dad like that. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's gonna really bite her in the butt next year and the year after. And I think once she, like I said, when she gets out of this cloud, she's gonna look back and be like hopefully next year if she signs back on, she comes on and just says, I am so sorry for how I behaved last year. I was just in a really dark place because it is old already. And we still have what, 8 more episodes to go or 7? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't want to hear PK bashing butts for the next 7 episodes.
No, me neither, without him being there to defend himself.
Right.
So the reason why I am saying that Kyle is vindicated is because everybody thought that Kyle was Team PK. Um, and listen, I even said on my podcast, and Kyle's my favorite housewife. I even said, Alexis, that okay, Kyle, texting PK isn't the greatest thing. You shouldn't do it, right? That's your
Right.
girl's ex, soon
Right.
to be ex-husband. Stop it. But I now understand based on Mauricio challenging Dorit and Dorit losing the challenge, and then understanding why Kyle is trying to say to her, "Stop talking about him. Just
Right.
stop. Like, don't do it. It's not
Right.
A, it's not good, and B, low key, we know you're lying. So I'm trying to help you because at this point, we all know the truth, and the truth isn't what you're telling these other women. So
I
that
wonder,
that's why for me, I'm off the
yeah.
hamster wheel of Colin and Dorit's friendship.
I wonder because they're getting ready to film their reunion. Andy said that on
Mhm.
Watch What Happens Live last night too. They're days away from filming the reunion, I guess, in 12 days or something like that. But what I'm curious about is Andy going to request that Dorit show some proof? But like maybe Andy will vindicate PK by saying, Dorit, let's see the text. Like let show us the text where he's not asking on your text. Like show us that he's not doing any of that. Although
Right.
she could delete it. She could delete him, but I yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, I think it's one of those things for me. Um, and what I try to teach the audience, always look at what somebody does in real time, not when they have enough time on their hands
Yep.
to redeem themselves.
Oh, I just PK, if you're listening to this or somebody that knows PK, tell him he needs to. I just got the best I light bulb just went off. He needs to print out all of his text exchange between him and Dorit from the past year and get those to Andy Cohen's hand. So Andy Cohen at the reunion can go, Dorit, I have your all's texts. On July 3rd, he asked to see the kids. On August 4th, he asked to see the kids. on August 12th, he asked to see the kids. Like whatever it is, it's like, wouldn't that be like, okay, now Dorit, you've been lying. And that's, I mean,
Hmm.
sorry, but on this television show and everyone makes fun of people bringing the receipts, you got to bring the receipts because everyone else can just shoot lies out and you'll never get to the bottom of it. So you got to have the receipts. There you go.
Yes.
Okay. You can pay me later for that.
FPK, the offer still stands. Alexis and I are inviting on the podcast
You bring
just
your
to
text
tell your side
then.
of the story.
You can bring your text to the podcast.
Yes, and we'll do a share screen.
Yeah. Lizzie was at
Dateline, NBC, honey. There we go. There we go.
uh,
Okay, so Alexis, getting off of that, I
oh gosh, what?
Sutton scene with her daughter.
Oh. Why are you rolling your eyes when I'm sitting here sad for her? I mean, because it is her
You
daughter.
go first. Go first.
I mean, it is her daughter. It is like, it's you don't always think you're gonna have not the same last name as your kids. You don't think that when you have children, you're not like, oh, I'm gonna grow up and be a different name than them. And so I get why she's sad about it. I think she's more sad because she got butthurt that she got like her marriage doesn't even exist in the church anymore. I think she's more mad about that than she is that.
Well, thank you, Alexis. I was about to say the same shit. That's what I'm like. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. She's
Pride,
listen.
pride got a little injured. is all.
That's all it was. You were crying because of the pain of the embarrassment of how you felt of this annulment. Now, look, I could not wait to talk to you about this because you have kids. Now, your kids, they're older. They're not young children.
18, 18, 19.
Yes.
And then John's kids are 28, 30, 30, and 35.
So my point is this. First of all, shout out to Sutton's daughter because I listen. I love filming with adult children over 18 because they don't give a shit about how they sound or look or are perceived. They're like, Mom or Dad, this is how I feel. Her daughter looked like, why are you calling me about this shit? Like I don't care.
She's like, I
I'm
gotta get
gonna
to
say
work,
this.
Mom. This is
Yeah, it's just like this is you're crying over this. I think this. Sutton Strack, or should I say Brown?
uh,
She's gonna get so mad at me. Hey, Sutton Brown. So Sutton Brown to me is all about her image, right? She's all about her image. And I think it has a lot to do with what you're saying to Alexis, that is the embarrassment of the church acknowledging that your marriage never existed. I also
oh,
think, look, I'm gonna say this and hey, Alexis, you could disagree, you want to, as always. Now, I think when a woman marries a successful man with a famous or powerful last name, that last name holds a lot of identity in how they're seen in the world. It's the reason why a lot of divorced women who some make excuses of, well, I'm keeping my ex-husband's last name because of my young children. Okay, that's one aspect of it. In this case, your kids are over the age of 18. I think Strack is such a powerful name because Alexis, I don't know, we talked about this. You know she gets over $300,000 a month.
yes, I do.
Okay.
I want to know what the guy does for a
Thank
living.
you. No, no,
Okay.
no. That's a power. Listen, Alexis, that's a powerful motherfucker. And I think Sutton is like when she has to make reservations at the Polo Lounge and she calls and says, Hi, this is for Brown. They go, Charlie or Judge Joe Brown. Like, who the fuck is it? She no longer has the access she
Here's the real Carlos. She ain't got to change her name. He can get her dismembered from the church and have the marriage not exist, but by God, her last name is Strack and she can keep it if she wants to. So maybe that's how she gets her power back. And she says, no, mother effer, I'm not going to change my last name back. You can annul me from the church, but I'm going to keep Strack because that's my kid's name. And there you go. Bye, everybody. That's how she gets her power back if that's what she's really worried about.
Right. But to me, it was this. I thought that shit was so funny. By the way, Alexis, and Raindrops, Sutton Brown, she's going to hate me.
Oh my God.
Sutton Brown has not changed her name on her Instagram.
Okay.
Not the handle, because the handle is hard to do when you're verified. That's why Alexa Jansen still has Bellino, because when you have a blue check, if you try to change your handle, you'll lose your blue check and it takes. But but within the bio of your Instagram, Alexis, she still has Strack.
Well, why is her name even in the bio at all? Your name shouldn't be in your bio. It should just be on your I don't think in my bio my name's not mentioned.
Well,
I
I'm sorry, in the profile, in the profile.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. So
I
are
should
you
change that.
ready?
Actually, I didn't even know about that, so I need to do some research. And if I can change that on mine, I should. I
Oh,
do.
let me see. Look, we need to get Spencer on it. Let me see, Alexis. I no, but you could change it on your profile.
All I know is I wonder how long it'd take me to get my blue check back when I change. I want my
I
blue
don't
check.
think it's worth it. Okay, so look here, Alexis. So right here,
Uh-huh.
I
Oh, I could
believe you
change.
could change that to
Oh, okay.
Jansen.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So Spencer, get
I'll be
on it.
working
All
on
right.
that when you we get off the phone here. I'm pushing my glasses up.
Okay. So Alexis, are you ready to hear what
Yeah.
Sutton's ex-husband does for a living?
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is great because I didn't do my detective work today.
Okay.
Yes.
His name is Christian Strack.
Okay.
He is the president of PIMCO. It's a major, major job that manages over, Alexis, sit down and just don't.
What? Over
He
what?
is the president of PIMCO, which manages over $2 trillion of assets. Not billions,
Holy heck.
trillions.
Holy heck.
You want more?
Yeah, please. I don't know what I just did.
Not only is he the president of PIMCO, that's based in London now, he oversees all of the international business and global credit research and was recently featured in Bloomberg as of 9 months ago. And that's why Sutton Brown gets over $350,000 a month for the rest of her life.
That's nothing to him. That's him going to the store to buy a bag of Charmin toilet paper.
So guess what, Science? I'll be crying too, honey, if I had to realize that your husband, who's the president, not a client, okay? He's the president, controlling assets of over $2 trillion. I'll be crying too with the Charmin that he can buy and wipe his ass with. Because when you go to London and they ask you what's your name and you go Brown and they don't get you the fucking reservation, but when you say Strack in this motherfucker, oh
We'll get you
baby,
that reservation.
the doors are flying open. And ladies, gentlemen, gays and bays, those tears were for that. And Sutton's daughter clocked it. Just saying.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I feel so bad for her right now. Talk about rich person's problems.
Woo,
Cry
baby.
me a river, honey. Cry me a river.
Oh
Uh,
shit, 2 trillion. Okay. All
okay.
right. Moving on from that, I want to get into speaking of rich people's problems. So look, Rachel Zoe decided to have a mini girls trip to the Hamptons and she invited Dorit and Kyle. One thing I listen, by the way, I'll say this again. I love Dorit. She's great for the show. I will always give her that. She's a great talent. I love the fact that Dorit's like, I don't give a fuck what I have going on. I'm going to the Hamptons. And I think that's so interesting that all of a sudden PK was available to you, Dorit, when you needed to go to the Hamptons. But I digress. So Rachel Zoe has the trip. They go to the private suite in Los Angeles, which, by the way, Alexis, have you been there?
Oh, no. I've been to the Hamptons, yeah, but I don't, what is it called that they went to?
It's the private suite. Ask Lizzie. So I frequent there too.
Oh, you do. You go to the private suite?
Yes,
Okay. Okay,
I'm a
keep
member.
going. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, well, yes, I accept your invitation next time you go. Yep, I don't care what I'm doing. I am going to Hamptons with Carlos. And then you can help me become a member.
Wait, what is
I'm
that? John
Carlos,
Legend
I'm
was.
manifesting right now. Carlos is going to ask me to go to the Hamptons.
No. Okay, so this is funny. Although I have a private suite membership, I've never been to the Hamptons.
Oh, honey, it is fabulous. It is something that, uh, yeah, I've only been once. Would love to go back, but yeah.
Girlfriend, when we go back to, well, when you go back, when I go for the first time, I need to take Rachel's up with me. The fact that listen, I love seeing Rachel Zoe her element. She is a fabulous woman. Everybody loves her. When Donna
Oh,
Karen,
just Donna Karen walks over and gives her hugs. Hello. Okay. I'm like,
you saw Kyle's face?
golly. Yeah.
What?
Kyle was so um
Starstruck.
fangirling. She was like, I mean, I loved it because it's like Kyle Richards is fangirling over someone. It's so cool, like starstruck over someone. Yeah, that was a great scene. Great, love it.
No, I loved it. I loved it. I love the fact that we were able to go into Rachel's world. And again, I think Rachel is great for the show. This scene solidified it for me. The fact that she isn't just somebody that pretends to be that girl. And one thing I will say I love about her, she's not shoving it down our throats.
Right.
It's sort of like she's existing
Yeah.
and all
She's
the
just her.
fabulosities around her.
Yep. She's just her, and she's showing you what it looks like in a day in her life. She doesn't have to gloat about anything. She doesn't have a money queen doormat. Like she's just like, here, I'm just here. It's me. I'm living my life. Like there's no gloating or anything. You're still.
Alexis, let
Well,
the
we got to talk
shade
about it. I
begin.
mean, I think the women thought what I thought when they walked up to her door. So I don't know. And I love
All
me
right.
some
No, no,
Taylor,
no.
but
Let's
I
get
would
into it.
ship her a new doormat that says, it could even just say, it could just even just say RAF. Like that would, because that's kind of like what it's,
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
or her last name. Let's put her last name on there. RAF for rich as fuck, in case anyone didn't get that, because that's the title of her book. That's a more discreet way of saying, I'm the money queen, right? Right?
No, listen. I think that's so chic. RAF. I actually think that's chic. I like that
Okay.
idea. I really like it.
Amanda, you can have that idea. You're welcome.
So let's get right into it. Amanda's manifestation party. Um, the girls aren't feeling Amanda at all. And the thing about it to me is hard to watch the girls. This is how I feel. I feel like these women, rightfully so, right? They don't understand the aspect of manifesting money. They don't understand how that's a business. I can understand how that is odd to somebody who doesn't believe in it. The reason why it's not jarring to me, number one, I bought her book a couple of years ago. And I bought her book because I am really big on manifestation. I'm also very spiritual. And for
Right.
me, manifestation is pretty much praying. It's just
Yeah.
a universal word. It's the same thing. It's about asking you shall receive, and which is biblical. And you can create the life you want with the power of the tongue. So all of that to me is why it doesn't bother me as much. But when they saw that mat on the front door and it said Money Queen, um, first of all, I love you, Amanda, and I can watch you all day long. If we're gonna have a money queen mat, make sure that bitch looks pristine.
Yeah, it looks like it's been around the block for a year or two, and you need a brand new one if you're gonna have that mat. And it better have some Swarovskis or some real diamonds in there somewhere. Um, or even just a couple $100 bills taped over in the corners, I don't know. But you know, and I'm gonna stick up for Amanda right now. I'm starting to get bugged by how the women are treating her. I really am. I'm like, they're not even giving her a chance. I get that she rubs you wrong sometimes, girls. I get that you don't understand her life, but they're all kind of ganging up on her a little bit, and no one's giving her a chance. I roll my eyes sometimes at some of the things she says, but I roll my eyes at some things all the girls say. So I just don't know why she can't get any kind of love.
Yeah, the thing that I'm seeing is the same thing you're seeing, Alexis, which is it's sort of like hazing the new girl, and I just think it's so old school that the new girl comes in and you haze them. Listen, like I said, I understand them not understanding what she does for a living and how that makes money. I get it, but to me, it's a proper way of asking it. And the reason why I am surprised, and I love Erica Jane, but I gotta call out the girls when I have to.
I know
When
that.
Erica Jane got on the show, those women at the time did not understand how she was this pop star. They didn't get the whole Erica Jane persona, Pat the Puss. They
Did she? Oh, okay. Is that a song?
Yes, and she would literally like while she's like dancing, Alexis, she'll be like,
Oh my heavens. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, I need to hear this song. But then the other thing to that is, did Erica Jane get hazed like Amanda is, like to that level where all the girls kind of like ganged up on her a little?
it wasn't, but no, it wasn't a lot of them. So, for example, Erica Jane went to this event and she wore a dress and she wasn't wearing any underwear. And Dorit and PK called her out on it, pretty much saying you're not wearing any panties. And when Dorit saw Erica Jane again, she said, I have something for you, a gift, and it were a pair of panties.
First of all, how did Dorit and PK know that she wasn't wearing panties? Like, did she flash them accidentally?
They said when she was crossing her legs with her dress, they saw
Oh
that she
my
was.
gosh, how embarrassing. First of all, ladies, if you're gonna go commando, you're supposed to do that for your husband and it's exciting or whatever, but like you got to make sure the dress that people aren't gonna go see your pee. Oh my gosh. I missed all of this. I got to go back and watch all this because now
No,
I'm
and
just,
PK admitted that he looked.
oh God, PK. Oh God.
Yes. So my point is this. They didn't get it. And to add insult to injury, Bethany Frankel, who is friends with Kyle, she made an appearance on the show that season.
Okay.
And she tried to drag Erica, was like, I don't get what you're doing. You're like this middle-aged woman and you're gyrating on stage. Like, does that make you guys any money? I don't understand it. So because Erica got that treatment her first two seasons, I'm shocked that she would give
Right.
that same energy to Amanda. I thought of everybody, she'll be like, look, y'all don't understand my fucking job being a pop star. So like cut her some slack. I don't look, I may not get this shit either, but the bitch had enough money to not only buy Kyle's old house that Sutton rented, but she also had enough money to renovate this.
$1 million to renovate it. I mean, yeah, but that's what's bugging me about it is that not one of the girls is looking at it and taking her side. Like, I mean, if just one of them would say, okay, enough's enough, guys, or whatever, I mean, they kind of cracked on that dinner party the whole time, like whether it was her manifestation books or, oh my gosh, there's a straw. Oh, we've got a mug now. Like they kind of cracked on the whole thing and that's not very nice when, Amanda put all that thought and time into that party and wanted to make it or dinner party and wanted to make it special.
Yeah.
Someone needs to cut her some slack. That's all I'm saying.
And the reason why they're not trying to is because they don't want to have any beat with each other. So the way I called out Erica Jane, I'm going to call out Bose. Bose who I love, I loved her last season because she was able to sit there and just see everything at face value. I feel like Bose is trying to be a part of the Fox Force 5, which is a name that was given a couple of seasons ago to Kyle's clique, I would say. And I just feel like Bose has this hard on for Amanda, and it's
Mhm.
not a good look on Bose. And I love Bose, and I feel like Bose is just trying to like fit in with these girls. And as a new girl, you should know that. Okay, once again, I may not understand it, and I'll call her out on this, but
Right.
they're all ganging up on her, saying that just making fun of her process. And I just don't think a show where you guys like to present yourselves as women supporting women, it doesn't look real supportive that you're dissing someone's business in terms of how they
Right.
make their money.
And to further that, no one has really even asked her in a kind way, just, hey, what do you do? How did you make this? Or how what is this all about? It's like they're doing it backhandedly or like to like throwing digs at her trying to find it out. It's like just ask her point blank, like, Carlos, how'd you start your podcast? How did that, where did that come from? Like be real about it, And is it or is it is it is it Bose's first or second season?
Second,
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. I think they need to just ask her point blank, how did you get here?
yeah. Now, what I will say is this. I love, now granted, it was in her confessional, but I love when Amanda said, how about you guys read chapter 2 of my book? And that is not waiting on a man to make you rich and do it yourself.
I mean, a slam. That was a slam dunk. Okay. She really knows. She does have some one-liners, Carlos, doesn't she? She's good. She's good. And she's witty at the table too. Even when they were kind of coming at her, I liked some of her comebacks and she was kept very calm about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I was definitely team Amanda at that dinner.
Yes, I was too. I was too. And one of my favorite moments was, and listen, this is when I have Sutton's back. So raindrops, buckle up. I
Uh-huh.
was on Sutton's side because one thing I will say, and I have a lot of things to say about Sutton, I will give her this though. Sutton stands on what she says. And Sutton, she'll talk about you to your face. You
Yes.
know, when
Yes.
you know how we're saying like Dorit's unhappy in her life right now. Last season, Sutton said, "You're not unhappy with me. You're unhappy with your life." And the
Yes.
girls were like, "Right?" So she's trying to give Amanda advice in terms of like, look, let me give you some advice. You have to own your own opinion about what you said and not rely solely on you just agreeing with Kyle. Like, no, you also had your own opinion. And then she told her, stop being a wimp. You are a big girl. You're not a spring chicken.
I mean, I'm so sorry, but Sutton kind of has some good one-liners too. She is freaking good, good, good. And I do love Sutton does beat to her own drum a little, but she is true to herself. And she doesn't, I mean, we were saying she's kind of trying to find herself this season, and I do think she is this season on the show, but she still stays true to herself with the things she says. And it's true. Like Amanda can't be such a wimp in this group. I think that Amanda is getting it is her freshman season, like Andy called it on, or some one of the girls called it that. Oh, Andy called it that on Watch What Happens Live for Rachel Zoe. It's her freshman season. So this is Amanda's freshman season. But she does need to realize that you got to have thicker skin to be in this group, you know?
Yes, yes, yes. And I think she's trying to, I'll say this much. And obviously, I would love for you to speak more on this. I just think Amanda is trying to like figure out her place because it is her first time on camera. And I think the difference is one thing to have a one-off, because I think Amanda does well one-on-one. Meaning when it's
Mhm.
her and Dorit going
Yep.
at it, she's great. I think for her it's challenging when you have multiple people at one time throwing digs at you, and I just think she's having a hard time trying to like speak up for herself.
Well, you're right, because she kind of froze when, Sutton did call it out that she kind of sits back when she's kind of put against the wall, pushed against the wall. But she does come back, and Amanda does speak well for herself and tries to speak a little bit, but she is kind of like a deer in headlights with the
Mhm.
ganging up on, or I don't know what you would call it. It's not really ganging up on, but it's like the women are all kind of like clapping, and like when Sutton made that comment, the girls were all like, "Yes, preach it, preach it." They were all like excited that it's like Amanda's getting digs thrown at her. So
Yeah.
that's why I said I'm bummed about that dinner. But
No, it just made me so upset because I just don't like it when you're in a situation and it's one versus many.
right.
But I will say this, I think Amanda is great for the show. And I think we all can have fun with, wondering how she makes her money or the whole thing about the book, the manifestation, and the
Cult. They end up talking about the cult in the trailer for the rest of the season. That's why I said, "Oh my gosh, the seatbelt's not even going to hold you in." They end up questioning her about the cult, so we will find out more about that.
Yes, yes. And I think that's fine. I think that's fine. But listen, overall, a 10 out of a 10 episode, Alexis.
Yes, sir. It was. Woo! Let's do it again, girls. Bring it again.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So Alexis, Jansen, and I will be back next week recapping another episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You all have a great weekend. You too,
Hey,
Alexis. Okay. And I will put you on my wait list for the private suite membership guest.
thank you. And I accept the invitation already.
Love you, boo.
Gotta go get my outfit for that. Bye.
Yes. Okay. Bye, baby.